Ladies and gentlemen, there will be days when the world feels too heavy, when the climb seems endless, when everything you've worked for appears to be slipping out of your grasp. There will be moments when it feels easier to let go, to rest, to pause, to quit. But let me remind you, those moments are not the end of your journey. They are merely tests to see how badly you want it. If you've ever faced challenges, if you've ever felt the weight of the world on your shoulders, you know this truth: success, greatness, and transformation don't come from the moments of ease. They come from the days you choose to keep going, even when every part of you wants to stop. It's not about big leaps, grand gestures, or perfection. It's about the small, consistent actions you take day in and day out. It's about never missing a day. It's about showing up, even when you're tired, even when the world doubts you, even when you feel like you're not making progress. Because those small steps, those consistent, everyday decisions are what build the future you've dreamed of. The person you aspire to be is not created in moments of glory, but in the hours, days, and weeks you dedicate to the journey, no matter how difficult it seems. Never miss a day. It doesn't matter if the world is against you. It doesn't matter if the task is harder than you imagine. When you show up every single day, something remarkable happens. You build resilience. You prove to yourself that you can keep going no matter the challenge. You realize that success is not a destination. It is the result of your unyielding persistence, your unwavering commitment, and your refusal to give up. You may not see the progress immediately, but every day you push forward, you grow stronger, you evolve, you become the person who can handle anything life throws at you. Don't let setbacks or failures discourage you. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to adapt, to improve. Those who achieve greatness didn't get there by avoiding obstacles, but by embracing them. They got there by refusing to miss a single day, no matter how difficult the road ahead seemed. They understood that the journey is not always smooth, and there will be times when the path ahead seems unclear. But it's in those moments of doubt, those moments of struggle, that your true character is built. Every day you rise, you get stronger. Every day you persist, you prove to the world that you are not to be defeated. The world will test you. People will question your choices. You'll face opposition from all sides. But every day you choose to keep moving forward, you carve out your path. You create the future you deserve, one small step at a time. Those small efforts add up, they accumulate and build momentum. Over time, those tiny, consistent actions compound into something extraordinary. The results you want won't come from shortcuts. They'll come from your determination to show up no matter what. So when the going gets tough, when you're exhausted, when you feel like you can't take one more step, remember why you started. Keep your eyes on the goal, but more importantly, keep your eyes on the next step in front of you. Every day, do something, no matter how small, that gets you closer to your dream. That's how you'll win. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about never letting a day go by where you don't try. Never miss a day. Be relentless in your pursuit. Stay committed to your growth. There will be obstacles, there will be setbacks, but none of them will ever be able to stop you if you just keep showing up. The person you become by doing this, by never missing a day, will be unrecognizable. You'll look back one day and wonder how you ever doubted yourself. You'll see the incredible transformation that comes from consistent action. Because every day you choose to rise, you choose to fight, you choose to keep moving forward, you're becoming the best version of yourself. You are stronger than you realize, braver than you know, and more capable than you ever imagined. Keep showing up. Never miss a day. The best is yet to come. Success is not a result of a single monumental event. Rather, it is the culmination of consistent effort over time. Every achievement, no matter how great or small, is built on a foundation of daily actions, decisions, and commitments. When you make the decision to never miss a day, you embrace the truth that consistency is the true driver of success. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or waiting for things to fall into place. It's about showing up day after day, even when things don't seem ideal. It's the small, seemingly insignificant steps that accumulate over time to create a path towards something extraordinary. Every day is an opportunity to move forward. Even when faced with setbacks or challenges, you can choose to keep going. The key to achieving any goal, no matter how large, is making progress each day, even when that progress feels minuscule. Think about it, a single step might not seem like much, but if you take that step every single day, it eventually leads to miles of progress. A consistent effort compounds, and it's this consistent effort that ultimately sets apart those who achieve their goals from those who fall short. The magic isn't in the big, sweeping moments of change, it's in the consistent, disciplined actions that take place each day. It's easy to become discouraged when we focus only on the big picture or the end result. We want to see instant gratification, to feel like we've made it after just 1 or 2 attempts. But true success rarely works that way. Instead, success is found in the ordinary and the daily grind. It's in the days when you don't feel like getting out of bed, when you're tired, when the weight of the world feels too heavy. It's in those moments that the decision to push through becomes powerful. Choosing to take action when you don't feel like it is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. It's about pushing forward even when the road ahead seems long or unclear. There's a beauty in the simplicity of showing up each day. Some days the tasks may feel overwhelming and you might question whether your efforts are worth it. But every action, no matter how small, moves you forward. It is the act of showing up that creates momentum, and once momentum is in place, progress becomes inevitable. Over time, those daily actions will stack up, and you'll start to see results. The results might not always be immediate, and they may not always be as dramatic as you expect, but they will come. Trust that your consistent effort is planting the seeds for future growth. Consistency isn't just about the physical actions you take, it's also about your mindset. Every day you're making the choice to stay focused on your goal, to refuse to be distracted, and to continue moving forward despite obstacles. There will always be distractions, setbacks, and moments of doubt, but those who succeed understand that their commitment to their goal is greater than any temporary setback. They know that progress doesn't happen overnight, and they're willing to do the work day in and day out to see it through. This steadfastness becomes a part of who you are. It becomes your identity. You are someone who shows up. You are someone who refuses to quit, no matter the challenges. It's important to recognize that even the smallest steps matter. Many times we get caught up in thinking that we must make huge leaps to see real progress, but every small step you take is a victory. Each action, no matter how small, contributes to the overall progress you're making. When you choose to never miss a day, you are honoring the idea that small, consistent actions are what build success. The act of showing up is a statement that you are committed to the journey, no matter how long it may take. At times, it may feel like you're not making any visible progress. Perhaps you're not seeing the results right away, and it's easy to question if it's worth it. But the truth is that consistency pays off, even when you can't see it. It's like building a house brick by brick. Each day that you show up is another brick in your foundation, and even if you don't see the structure yet, each brick is critical to the eventual outcome. And when that structure begins to take shape, you'll be able to look back and see that it was your daily commitment that brought it into being. So the next time you find yourself tempted to skip a day, remember that consistency is what will carry you through. It's in those small, quiet moments of action that real success is born. The path to greatness isn't built on grand gestures, but on the unwavering dedication to keep going, no matter the circumstances. Your future success is made in the small decisions you make today, and the only way to fail is to stop showing up. Every day is an opportunity to get closer to your goals. Never underestimate the power of consistency, because success isn't about big leaps. It's about the steady, unbroken march toward your dreams. The journey toward success is rarely a smooth and linear path. It is filled with obstacles, setbacks, and challenges that can make it feel like progress is impossible. But it is in those moments when everything feels stacked against you that the real power lies. The ability to keep going when things are tough, to stay committed to your goals despite adversity, is what defines true resilience. This is where the real test begins, when you face resistance, not with fear, but with unwavering determination. The toughest moments are often the ones that can make or break your success. When you feel like quitting, that's when your strength, your courage, and your resilience can shine through. Resilience is about more than just pushing through difficulties. It is about learning how to adapt, how to rise from each setback stronger than before. Life will always present challenges that test your resolve, but these challenges are opportunities in disguise. Each time you face an obstacle, you have the chance to redefine your limits and to prove to yourself that you are stronger than you think. Every time you overcome a setback, you become more resilient. Every moment of hardship you endure teaches you something valuable that will serve you on your path to success. It's easy to get discouraged when it feels like nothing is going according to plan. You may feel as though your efforts are in vain, as if you're spinning your wheels without moving forward. But remember, resilience doesn't mean that you won't face difficulties. It means that you will face those difficulties with a mindset that refuses to back down. Instead of allowing setbacks to break your spirit, you learn how to use them to fuel your growth. Adversity doesn't have to defeat you. It can be the very thing that propels you to new heights. The key to resilience lies in your ability to maintain perspective. Every challenge is a learning experience, and every failure is a lesson. When you find yourself knocked down, instead of focusing on the defeat, shift your focus to the lesson that comes from it. What did you learn? How can you apply that knowledge to your next attempt? Resilience is built by shifting your mindset to one of growth rather than limitation. You might fall, but falling doesn't define you. It's what you do after you fall that matters. When you choose to rise again, you are rewriting the story of your own success. In those moments when you feel like the weight of the world is too heavy to carry, remember that you've carried heavy things before. You've overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable, and you've made it to this point because of your ability to keep going. Think about everything you've already endured and how far you've come. Each challenge you've faced has shaped you, and each victory, no matter how small, has strengthened your resilience. The truth is that you are far more capable than you realize, and the more you face adversity, the more your resilience becomes second nature. What you need to understand is that resilience isn't an innate trait that only some people are born with. It is a muscle that can be developed over time. Every time you push through a tough situation, no matter how small, you are building your resilience. The more you face difficulties and continue forward, the stronger you become. It's in the moments of discomfort, struggle, and challenge that you discover the true extent of your power. The process of overcoming difficulties allows you to tap into inner strength you didn't even know you had. Resilience is also about trusting the process, even when the results aren't immediate. There will be times when progress feels slow, when it seems like you're not making any headway at all. In those moments, it's easy to doubt yourself and your efforts. But resilience means holding on to the belief that the effort you're putting in today is setting you up for the successes of tomorrow. Every challenge you face is a stepping stone to something greater, even if you can't see it right now. Trust that your persistence will pay off, even if it takes longer than you expected. Stay the course, even when the finish line feels out of reach. You are building something, and each challenge you conquer adds to the foundation of your future success. The ability to rise after a fall is not just a physical act, it's a mental and emotional one as well. When you encounter adversity, you have the choice to let it break you or to let it build you. Resilience is all about making the choice to get back up, to keep pushing, and to move forward with even more determination than before. It's about recognizing that every setback is temporary and that your ability to rise again is far stronger than any challenge you face. You have the power to turn adversity into opportunity and failure into growth. So when faced with difficulty, don't shrink from it. Embrace it. Know that it's a part of the process, not the end of it. Each time you rise again, you become stronger, more capable, and more equipped to handle whatever comes your way. Your resilience is what will carry you through no matter the size of the obstacle or the weight of the challenge. Never underestimate the power of your ability to endure, to overcome, and to keep going. When the road ahead seems impossibly difficult and the weight of the challenges before you feels insurmountable, it's easy to feel as though you should give up. The temptation to quit can be overwhelming, and it may seem like every effort you put in brings you no closer to your goal. But what if the difference between failure and success was simply in how you chose to respond to those moments of struggle? What if, instead of letting the adversity define you, you let it drive you to rise higher? The power to keep going, even when everything tells you to stop, is what defines true perseverance. At its core, perseverance is about holding on, even when the odds are stacked against you. It's the ability to stay committed to your vision, your mission, or your dream, regardless of the obstacles that come your way. Every person faces challenges, and some of them can feel crushing. Yet in those moments, the most important thing you can do is remember that the struggle is not permanent. The difficulties you face are temporary, but the strength you build by facing them will last a lifetime. When you face challenges that seem overwhelming, it's essential to remember that you are not alone in experiencing struggle. Every success story is built on a foundation of setbacks and failures. The path to achievement is rarely a smooth one. It is paved with moments of doubt, frustration, and disappointment. But the key is not to be discouraged by these moments, but to see them as part of the journey. The ability to rise above these setbacks and keep moving forward is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who fall short. One of the most critical aspects of perseverance is understanding that progress is not always linear. Sometimes progress happens in small, quiet moments, tiny victories that may not seem significant at the time, but when looked at from a broader perspective, they show how far you've come. It's easy to become frustrated when progress doesn't happen as quickly as you'd like, but it's in those moments that you need to remind yourself that consistency is key. Every day that you continue moving forward, no matter how small the step, is a victory. The small efforts add up, and over time, they create a foundation strong enough to carry you through the hardest challenges. It's also crucial to remember that setbacks are not signs of failure, but rather opportunities for growth. Each time you fall, you have the chance to learn something new about yourself, about the task at hand, and about the world around you. These lessons, while difficult in the moment, will shape you into someone capable of overcoming even greater challenges in the future. Perseverance is not just about pushing through, it's about understanding that each obstacle has something to teach you. The person who never gives up is the person who can learn from everything they encounter, turning even the hardest moments into stepping stones. Perseverance is a mindset, and it starts with belief in yourself and your purpose. When you believe in your mission, when you believe that what you're doing matters, you find the strength to keep going, even when it feels impossible. This belief becomes the fuel that keeps the fire of perseverance burning bright. When you face adversity, ask yourself, why did you start this journey? What is the purpose that drives you forward? When you have a clear understanding of your why, the challenges you face become more manageable. They don't feel like walls that block your path. They feel like hurdles you can leap over, one step at a time. Moreover, perseverance is about cultivating resilience, the ability to bounce back from defeat. The road will not always be smooth. There will be moments of doubt, moments when you question whether it's worth it, and moments when you feel like you can't take another step. But in those moments, perseverance means choosing to keep going, even when the world seems to be telling you to stop. It's about remembering that success is not about avoiding failure, but about overcoming it. It's about learning to embrace the setbacks and use them as fuel for your next attempt. Every failure brings you closer to the person you need to become to succeed. The power of perseverance lies in the simple fact that it requires you to keep showing up, even when it feels like the odds are against you. The people who achieve greatness aren't necessarily the ones who never face adversity. They are the ones who refuse to be defeated by it. They understand that challenges are part of the process and that each time they rise from a setback, they grow stronger. They know that their dreams are worth fighting for, and no obstacle is strong enough to stop them from moving forward. In the end, perseverance is not about avoiding failure or hardship. It's about how you respond to it. It's about choosing to keep going, even when the road is tough, and continuing to take those small steps day after day. The power of perseverance is that in the end, it will always lead you to the success you seek. So when things get tough, when you feel like giving up, remember this: you have everything you need to keep going. Keep pushing, keep moving forward, and trust that every step, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to the success you deserve. When facing challenges, the greatest weapon you have is not the external world or the circumstances around you, but your ability to maintain an unwavering mindset. The power of a disciplined mind cannot be underestimated, for it is this force that allows you to rise above the noise, overcome obstacles, and persevere when everything within you wants to give up. Developing a disciplined mind is not just about controlling your thoughts, but about learning to stay focused, determined, and relentlessly committed to your goals, no matter how difficult the journey becomes. A disciplined mind doesn't falter when faced with adversity. Instead, it seeks opportunity in every setback. It understands that the toughest moments often contain the seeds of personal growth and transformation. The mind that is disciplined is not distracted by temporary discomfort or challenges. It looks beyond the immediate difficulties and keeps its focus on the long-term vision. The beauty of a disciplined mind is that it can choose where to direct its energy, and when life tries to pull you in 100 different directions, a disciplined mind ensures that you remain fixed on what truly matters. True discipline is not the absence of doubt, fear, or setbacks. It is the ability to acknowledge these emotions and keep moving forward in spite of them. We all face moments of fear and self-doubt. There will be times when the obstacles seem overwhelming, and you may wonder if you have the strength to continue. But a disciplined mind recognizes that these feelings are fleeting. It does not give in to them, but instead chooses to focus on the task at hand, trusting that every step forward brings you closer to your ultimate goal. One of the keys to a disciplined mind is the ability to stay consistent. It's not about performing at your best once in a while. It's about showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it. A disciplined mind understands that success is built on consistency. It may not always be easy, and there will be moments when you feel exhausted or discouraged, but true discipline means continuing to take action, no matter how small, even when the path ahead feels unclear. The small, consistent steps you take will compound over time, leading to significant progress that you might not have expected. The power of a disciplined mind lies in its ability to resist the pull of instant gratification. In a world where everything seems to demand our immediate attention, it takes true discipline to stay focused on the long-term rewards rather than the short-term comforts that would divert us from our goals. The disciplined mind understands that it may be necessary to make sacrifices now in order to achieve something greater later. It's about being willing to do what others are unwilling to do and sticking to the course even when it's uncomfortable. The ability to delay gratification, to stay focused on the bigger picture, and to remain patient when progress feels slow is what separates those who reach their full potential from those who give up too soon. Another crucial aspect of discipline is resilience. Life will inevitably present you with setbacks, moments of failure, and challenges that will make you question your path. However, the disciplined mind knows how to recover from these moments and keep moving forward. Resilience is not about avoiding failure. It's about learning how to stand back up time and time again, each time stronger and more determined than before. A disciplined mind takes every failure as a lesson, using it as an opportunity to improve, adjust, and refine its approach. Instead of letting failure define you, you redefine yourself each time you rise again. In addition to resilience, a disciplined mind requires self-awareness. It involves knowing when to push forward and when to step back and recharge. It's easy to become so consumed by the desire to succeed that you forget to take care of your mind and body. True discipline means recognizing when you need rest, balance, and reflection. The disciplined mind doesn't burn out. It knows when to pause and when to pause and when to go all in. By maintaining this awareness, you ensure that you have the energy, focus, and clarity to continue pursuing your goals with maximum effectiveness. A disciplined mind is also a courageous mind. Courage doesn't always mean being fearless. It means acknowledging your fears and doubts and continuing forward anyway. The disciplined mind knows that the path to success is rarely easy, but it also knows that fear is simply a feeling that doesn't have to dictate your actions. The courage to take the next step, to face challenges head on, and to keep pushing forward when others might turn back, that's the mark of a disciplined mind. It's the courage to embrace discomfort and uncertainty, knowing that it will lead to growth and strength in the end. Ultimately, a disciplined mind empowers you to take control of your destiny. It's not something that happens overnight, but through consistent effort, focus, and a willingness to embrace challenges. The more you commit to nurturing your mind, the more it becomes a powerful ally in achieving your dreams. When life gets tough, it's the disciplined mind that will guide you through. It will help you navigate the obstacles, stay focused on your vision, and keep going when everything around you seems to be falling apart. In the end, the disciplined mind doesn't just help you survive life's challenges, it empowers you to conquer them. And in doing so, it allows you to rise to your fullest potential, no matter the obstacles in your way. Resilience is the cornerstone of success, the defining factor that separates those who achieve greatness from those who falter. It is the inner strength to withstand adversity, to endure hardship, and to continue moving forward when life presents its most difficult challenges. Resilience is not about being invincible, but about having the courage to get back up again and again, no matter how many times you've been knocked down. It is the ability to face failure and setbacks not as signs of defeat, but as opportunities to grow stronger and more determined. Resilience starts with the understanding that life is unpredictable. No one is immune to struggles, pain, or failure. Every person, no matter their background or achievements, will encounter times when things go wrong, when plans fall apart, and when it feels like the world is conspiring against them. But resilience is the choice to not let those setbacks define your story. Instead of allowing the challenges to discourage you, you rise to meet them, armed with the determination to move forward. One of the greatest powers of resilience is its ability to transform adversity into strength. When you face hardship, you are presented with two choices. You can let it break you, or you can use it to build yourself. Resilience teaches you to embrace difficulties as opportunities for personal growth. The most powerful lessons often come from the hardest experiences. Each obstacle you face is a chance to learn something new about yourself, to uncover a strength you didn't know you had, or to develop a skill you hadn't yet mastered. Resilience turns pain into progress and failure into fuel for the journey ahead. At the heart of resilience is the refusal to give up. It's the unwavering commitment to keep going, no matter how many times you fall. You may be knocked down by circumstances, by people, or by your own doubts, but resilience is the force that helps you rise again. Every time you get up, you become stronger, more capable, and more prepared for the next challenge. It's not about avoiding difficulties or running from them. It's about facing them head on with the belief that you can overcome them and emerge victorious. The process of building resilience is not immediate. It requires practice, patience, and perseverance. It starts with the small things, developing the habit of getting up after a setback, refusing to let failure stop you, and choosing to keep moving forward. Over time, these small acts of resilience compound, building a foundation of strength that will support you through even the toughest of trials. The more you practice resilience, the more naturally it becomes a part of who you are. It becomes a mindset, a way of approaching life's challenges with confidence and determination. Resilience also involves adaptability. Life is constantly changing, and the ability to adjust to new circumstances is key to bouncing back from adversity. When things don't go as planned, resilience doesn't mean sticking stubbornly to a failing strategy. Instead, it means having the flexibility to reassess your approach, to change direction when necessary, and to find new paths forward. Resilient people don't give up at the first sign of difficulty. They adapt, they innovate, and they keep striving toward their goals, no matter how many obstacles arise in their way. Another vital aspect of resilience is the ability to maintain hope in the face of adversity. It's easy to lose sight of your dreams when things aren't going well, but resilience teaches you to hold on to that vision, even when the road is tough. Hope is the light that guides you through the darkness, and resilience ensures that you never lose it. Even when it feels like all is lost, a resilient person holds on to the belief that better days are ahead. They trust that no matter how difficult the present may be, it is only temporary, and that with persistence, they will emerge on the other side stronger and more capable. Resilience also requires self-compassion. It's important to recognize that you are human and that it's okay to struggle. The road to resilience is not about perfection, it's about progress. But when you face setbacks, it's natural to feel frustration or disappointment, but resilience teaches you to be kind to yourself in those moments. Instead of being harsh or self-critical, you learn to acknowledge your feelings, give yourself the grace to stumble, and then get back up. Self-compassion fuels resilience by helping you stay positive and focused on moving forward, even when the journey is difficult. Building resilience is a lifelong journey, one that requires continuous effort and commitment, but it's also one of the most empowering things you can do for yourself. The more resilient you become, the more you realize that nothing is impossible. You start to believe in your own strength and your ability to handle whatever life throws at you. Each challenge becomes less intimidating because you know you have the inner fortitude to face it. Resilience doesn't make life's challenges disappear, but it gives you the strength and confidence to face them with courage and determination. In the end, resilience is not just about surviving, it's about thriving in the face of adversity. It's about taking every challenge that comes your way and using it to build the life you want. With resilience, you can overcome anything, no matter how impossible it may seem. It's the driving force behind every success, every victory, and every breakthrough. It is the strength within you to rise again, no matter how many times you fall. And in that rising, you'll find not only your ability to persevere, but your true power to achieve greatness. There will be times in your life when everything seems to be stacked against you. The challenges you face might feel insurmountable, the obstacles too great to overcome. But what you must remember is that the true measure of strength isn't how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up. You must always get back up. The path to success is never straight, and it is never easy. It is riddled with setbacks, failures, and hardships. But every time you rise again, you grow stronger, more capable, and more resilient. Your ability to rise despite everything is what defines you. When life knocks you down, it's easy to feel defeated. You may question your abilities, your purpose, or your worth. The weight of the world may seem unbearable, and it's tempting to think that giving up might be the only solution. But the truth is, falling down is part of the journey. It is an inevitable and crucial part of success. Without failure, there is no growth. Without hardship, there is no resilience. When you rise again, you don't just overcome the obstacle in front of you. You learn, you adapt, and you become a better version of yourself. You become someone who refuses to be defined by their failures, but by their determination to continue no matter the cost. Every time you rise again, you gain a new sense of strength. It's easy to think of failure as the end, but in reality, it's just a stepping stone on the path to success. Each time you fall, you get an opportunity to reassess, to evaluate what went wrong, and to find a better way forward. It is through these moments of struggle that you learn the most important lessons about perseverance, about the value of hard work, and about the power of never giving up. You may stumble, but you always have the ability to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back, it's about coming back stronger than before. When you get knocked down, you are given the opportunity to reflect on your actions, your goals, and your purpose. Each failure is a lesson in disguise. Every setback holds the key to unlocking the next level of your potential. You may not see it in the moment, but with every challenge you are evolving and you are preparing yourself for the next stage of your journey. The more you rise, the more you realize that there is nothing that can keep you down for long. You begin to understand that failure isn't something to fear, but something to embrace. It is through failure that you become stronger, more focused, and more capable of achieving the things that truly matter. What matters is not how hard you fall, but how much you're willing to fight to get back up. There will be days when the weight of the world seems too much to carry, when the struggles you face feel never-ending. But it's on those days when everything seems hopeless that your true character is forged. It's in those moments of difficulty that you discover the depths of your resilience. You have the power to rise again, and to do so with a sense of purpose, determination, and resolve that will carry you through the darkest of times. When you rise again, you send a powerful message to the world. You show that no matter how hard life tries to push you down, you will not be broken. You refuse to let anything define your worth except for your ability to stand tall in the face of adversity. Every time you rise, you grow. You become more confident, more capable, and more equipped to take on whatever comes your way. It's through this relentless pursuit of your goals, this unwavering refusal to give up, that you achieve greatness. You demonstrate that you are not a person who is controlled by circumstances, but someone who takes control of their own destiny, who shapes their own future. The act of rising again is one of empowerment. It is the act of reclaiming your strength, of rediscovering your purpose, and of proving to yourself that you have what it takes to succeed. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about using it as a stepping stone, turning it into a foundation upon which you can build something even greater. The ability to rise again is what transforms the seemingly impossible into the possible. Every time you rise, you close the door to defeat and open the door to success. Never let the fear of falling stop you from trying. Never let the setbacks you face convince you that you are incapable of achieving your dreams. Instead, see each fall as an opportunity to rise higher, to come back with more determination, and to embrace the lessons that each setback brings. You are stronger than any obstacle in your way, and with every rise, you demonstrate that the greatest strength lies not in avoiding failure, but in conquering it with grace, courage, and resilience. So always rise again. Every time you do, you get one step closer to the greatness that lies ahead. And when you look back, you will see that it wasn't the falls that defined you, it was your relentless will to rise. No matter how many times life knocks you down, it's not the fall that defines you, it's your ability to rise again. Each time you get back up, you prove to yourself and the world that you are unstoppable. You show that no challenge is too great, no setback is permanent, and no obstacle can defeat you unless you allow it to. Remember, every fall is not an end, but an opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger. It's not about being perfect or never failing. It's about the courage to keep going, to rise again with even more resolve. So no matter what you face, never lose sight of the fact that you have the power to rise. You have the strength, the resilience, and the will to keep pushing forward. Keep rising, and there is nothing that can stand in your way.